All right, welcome back everybody to this week's version of the hashtag TFR Motivation Monday call. Thank you so much for joining us live. And if you're not able to be on here, which we are having technical difficulties today with Facebook, and so many of you that normally do the live version of this on Facebook, we apologize, but we will record this and upload it as quickly as possible. But just know that you can always catch the recordings on the two different venues of Team Freedom Reign's YouTube channel and also the Freedom Reigns SoundCloud. Actually, do yourself a favor and go and subscribe to both of those
right now.
Like today, right now, because then you'll get
after this though.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, what he said.
Right.
So just know that you'll get notifications as well when we upload something new, and you don't want to miss out. We do this for you guys, and the tools are there so that you don't have to be a tool, right? Don't be a tool. Use the tools. I loved that. So there you go. All right. So guys, we want to make sure that each one of you knows, and I'm going to see if I can move our pictures out of the way a little bit there, about before and after photos, okay? We have got the most amazing hair care system in the world.
Seriously.
We have the only hair care system that actually takes care of the scalp in such a way that it will help you to activate the growth, the beauty of your hair, the shine, the fullness, all of it using NRF2 activating ingredients. So before and after photos are a tremendous asset to sharing this information, because seriously, a picture's worth
1,000 words, right? That's what they say.
Yeah, for sure. And plus, you don't want to be the one being the message. Just let a picture take it. But we got to make sure that you know how to do proper before and after photos so that they're effective. So as you can see there on the left, they've got the photo very, symmetrical in the frame. You've got everything's level at the top. You have very similar color shirt there on the individual. The person is facing away and directly away, and there's good lighting, basically similar lighting than in every single picture. Plus, very important for the hair to be styled the same. But the most important thing is that you've got to have dates on your photos, okay?
Yes.
You need to have the documentation of when you started, what the progression was, and when the last photo was. As you can see here on the left, they did this very, very well, and you can see the amazing progress using our hair care system. Where if you look at the photos on the right, you can see why this is not quite the same for a tool to be able to use for sharing our hair care system. First of all, we have no idea. It doesn't even look like it's the same person, right? We have no idea. The photos, the one in the middle, cutting off the top, and the lighting is really, really poor. So make sure that you guys are doing your before pictures, make sure you're doing your after pictures, and then share them into the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page so that we all have this amazing tool for sharing this hair care system.
Absolutely. And as we heard, the Pacesetter program is entirely responsible for the 700 plus people that made Pro 3 between the last Elite Academy and this Elite Academy. So the whole thing about getting to Pacesetter is Pacesetter Pro 2 within your first full month, which sometimes, depending upon when you enroll in the month, could go longer than 30 days, but you want to make absolutely sure you do everything possible to get your new distributor to Pacesetter Pro 2 within their first full month and get an extra $100 on top of the commissions they're already going to make. Make sure they do it again the following month for an additional $100, and then Pacesetter Pro 3 within their first full 3 months or 90 days, and then follow it up on the fourth month for an additional $500 for a total of $700 plus the commissions. But here's the reason. Pacesetter Pro 3, when you hit the foundation rank of Pro 3, it's 64 months on average. You can guarantee that person is in your business. Now, why? We haven't most people don't really talk about this. Why is it? What is it about Pacesetter Pro 3? Or what is it about that foundation rank? It's when your commissions absorb your subscription and you're making profit. So you're taking amazing products and you're making profit. Why would you ever want to quit? That's the entire point of reaching the foundation rank as quickly as possible. So get as many of your brand new people there as quickly as possible.
So on top of this is you want to help other people get there as well, because we're going for Pro 3 armies, okay?
Yes.
Because we can very easily paint the picture of getting to Pro 3 and making that extra $500 a month, right? But many people don't have the vision of going to Pro 10 right away, and so they don't see it for themselves, and so they don't do it for themselves. So this is such an important program, and everything that you will do for this program, moving you forward into the Pro 3 Pacesetter, is also going going to help you earn points for the Ireland incentive trip. We still have through the end of April to be able to qualify for this. And the trip dates are August 24th through the 30th. That includes the Pro 10s too. So if any of you want to rush your butts to Pro 10, we'll absolutely help you do that. That would be super cool. But as you can see on here, all of the qualifications, how you can get points is broken down very well. And you can find this under LifeVantage.com under the promotions that they have in the company. All right, guys, this is so awesome. And isn't it sexy? Cool. Oh my gosh. I love it. You want to hit on this?
Yeah, the new Physique rebrand. Not only are the packaging changed, the actual package is changed from the tub, which was bulky, to the bag, which is amazing. It's less weight, it's cheaper, it's sexier, which directly affects the cost and the look and travelability and shippability of this product line. So not amazing rebranding, a new product in the prebiotic, which if you kind of think about it, the probio that we had would be like the seeds. The prebio or the prebiotic is like the fertilizer and the soil from which that seed is going to grow, grow down roots, and then sprout up for a furl. What the heck am I talking about?
I don't know.
So a full effect in your body, because this literally affects your digestive system. So it's called the microbiome. It is incredibly important with not only for your immune system, but your overall health. So the prebiotic and the probio, which if you notice, probio is no longer part of the Physique. It's been moved over into the LifeVantage brand because it comes with the Vitality Stack, but also the fat burn, reformulated fat burn, reformulated protein powder. It's got 18 grams per serving rather than 12 the way it used to, and no more casein. Casein caused some lactose intolerance in some people, and it's a slow developing protein anyway, so we want the fast acting, so you can use this as a post-workout shake.
Yes,
okay. I'm gonna say that again, post-workout shake. Market the crap.
That means we're going to work out, guys. That means we're all going to work out, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So on top of that, just know that every single one of the product information pages you can find in your back office under the library or underneath the shop option in your replicated website.
Yes.
You can go there and you can find all of the details underneath the individual products. So make sure that you go and get educated on that, because this is super exciting. Okay. So the Physique Transformation Contest is now taking entries. So you want to make sure that you get your information in, and you can find what the details are for that as well going to your replicated website under shop under the Physique system. It will have a picture that says Transformation Contest. Click on it, all the details will come up. We have, the dates here that I can't see because our pictures are covering it. I know, let's come back up here again. Official dates is it's going to start March 1st. It ends May 31st. So you have, I believe that's 3 months, 90 days. And registration began February 8th. So look at those prizes though, guys. 3 winners in the women's category, 3 winners in the men's category. Top winner, $5,000 in cash. And the top 3 women, top 3 men will all get all expense paid trip to Kansas City for Elite Academy.
Yes,
so it's a big deal.
Hotel and airfare too. All expenses means all expenses.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You'll get your butt spoiled. All right. So speaking of Elite Academy in Kansas City,
our 10-year anniversary of LifeVantage, guys.
This is a big deal. You cannot miss this. It is going to be a huge party, and it's only $99 to register right now.
That's through Friday.
Yes. Yeah. And if you wait until after Friday, it's $179. That's $80 more that you could be spending on your hotel or on your airfare or on your gas or food, whatever it is. The only thing waiting does is
cost you more money.
Yes.
And you don't want to spend the $80 on the Axio you should have been drinking, because if you don't take advantage of this $99 and you pay the extra $80, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
You need to be drinking Axio. In fact, just pour it into your ear and bypass your mouth so it goes right to your brain. Seriously.
So there's a lot of excitement around this event because it is the 10-year anniversary. There's going to be, like I said, a big party. There's also going to be the opportunity for you guys to be able to party with the elites.
Yes.
So we're super excited to share that with you. But first.
And you guys, I'm not sure if you know who Brian Tracy is or you don't, but he is an absolute pillar in the personal development and just transformational arena. He has been a leader in this capacity for almost 40 years. He's the guy, if you've ever heard of the book called Eat That Frog, he's the author. If you ever heard of the book called No Excuses, he's the author. He is a legend, seriously a legend in motivational speaking and personal development. And he's coming to celebrate with us on our 10-year anniversary. You seriously do not want to miss this. And if you don't know who he is, just type in Brian Tracy in Google and watch some of his videos. And that should motivate you to get there for 99 bucks. But do it after tonight so that you make sure you capitalize. Just to see Brian Tracy for $99 would be a steal.
Yeah.
And he's our keynote speaker on top of the 10-year anniversary gala celebration that we're going to have.
So I love this book that Dondi pulled out, by the way. And I just have to steal that. No Excuses. This is what the name of his book there. No Excuses. And the reason why I wanted to show that is that the last thing that happened at Lead Academy in Charleston was all of the Master Pro 10s and the Executive Masters were up on stage. And they were all talking about who they used to be and who they are now. And part of what Raylene Elam, Executive Master Pro 10, Raylene Elam said was, what is your excuse going to be? There should be no excuses. This is going to be one of the biggest events that ever happens in your whole entire lifetime. You have to be there. And she said, and by the way, I'm going to have 2 more surgeries before that date, and I'm going to be there. So what is your excuse going to be that's going to keep you away from the event that could potentially change everything for you? Because that's what this last event was for many people, including these rock stars we've got on the call with us tonight. So no excuses, guys. So now we're going to hop into the recap of the Charleston Elite Academy, which was, it was mind-blowing.
It was amazing.
I mean,
absolutely transformational for me personally. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, just our main speakers that we had, being able to write a country music song right there with Jimmy Yeary was just crazy how he helped us feel and then he felt, and we all became friends, and we were all be able to, just have this relationship before he even left, and we wrote an amazing song together. So it's all about how you can develop relationships. And then I loved Anthony Robles.
Yeah.
Again, no excuses. And he one of the things that his mom used to tell him is, you were made that way for a reason. You just have to wait to find out what it is. He was born with one leg, and his motto became unstoppable. And it was all about, you got to grind now to shine later. So if you weren't there, I am so sorry that you missed out on both of those, but they affected me greatly. And I know they did Dondi as well.
Absolutely.
So the topic of this Elite Academy was being an influencer and what it meant to be an influencer. And really, they decided the influencers that were in the room were all the elites and above. And so they broke down the characteristics of what an influencer is. Do you want to share on that?
Yeah. And thank you for sharing your tidbit, your takeaway from
the Elite Academy. You still get to.
But you didn't let me know that. I mean, I thought I was being cut off.
No.
But thank you. I'm going to take it back over. So yes, being a road to an influencer. And one of the things that I'm only want to bring one nugget from our keynote speakers and one nugget from our in-house field leaders. But to be an influencer, the characteristics are to be independent, to solve problems, to figure out what a problem is and solve it, to be consistent, create action in your daily method of operation, and have a big vision. And Fry, a Pro 8, soon to be Pro 9 in LifeVantage, as part of his talk, he talked about Michelangelo, who was a sculptor. He's the guy who sculpted David and was not a painter, never painted before. And he was commissioned to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, which now, all these years later, is the world's most valuable painting, painted by a sculptor with no experience. How was he an influencer? He figured out, number one, the how to paint, how to use brushes. And it took him time after time after time. 4 years it took him to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. But the Sistine Chapel was already built. That's a problem. Guess how he figured it out? He painted on his back. And that is something that Fry did not mention, but I know it well. He painted on his back, upside down painting for 4 years. And look where it yielded him, and the detail, the intricacies, and the brush strokes of this is absolutely amazing. That is an influencer. That it happens generations and thousands of years later, people will still be talking about the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. What would it take for you to be an influencer in your life and in network marketing? And we're going to hear from some people that are well on their road to being influencers, and a takeaway from Elite Academy that they all got. It looks like Tricia's going to go first because Tricia's waiting for an airplane.
And we're
not
not quite to that yet. But so as you can see on here, what the characteristics are. Well, what the company did even more is that they realized that even with those characteristics, it is absolutely critical that you be extremely hungry for success in your LifeVantage business. Because if you can have all of those other characteristics, but if you don't really have a drive and a desire that, you know, you want it more than you need to breathe, then you're not going to be successful, because this is a difficult business to build. And so what they're doing is they're helping us to pave the way and making it as easy as 1, 2, 3 on how you can move your way up in ranks and become an influencer. Just seriously, 1, 2, 3. And this is on, you know, on a monthly basis for the enrollments, and helping one person become a new Pro 3. So you want to start working and focusing on who in your team wants to become a Pro 3. And if you're not Pro 3 yet, guess what? It needs to be you. Then focus on your database and talking and inviting many people. Enroll 2 new distributors per month and 3 new customers so that you can take advantage of this influencer program. So what happens with this is new distributors through Pro 2s. You become a Pro 3 by the end of June, enroll 2 new distributors and 3 new customers each month, and you're going to be able to participate. And I'm not going to read all this to you guys because we want to get into this.
A whole thing on
whole
training on this.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm not even going to talk about this. Just be with us tomorrow night, all right? Because who's going to be an influencer in Kansas City? So join us on Wednesday, July 13th, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We will try to go live through the Team Freedom Marines Facebook page, but if not, we will be here on Zoom, and we will be sending you the information through the Facebook page and the Evo email. Now you can hop into that. Go ahead.
For it. You're on a roll.
Oh, no, go.
All right, Trish. Well, I know you're waiting to catch a plane in Atlanta. You've had a pretty crazy travel schedule. So why don't you please be our first special guest to sound off and give a nugget that you got from Elite Academy in Charleston, and what was a good takeaway for you?
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I hope there's not too much background noise because, yeah, I'm still at the airport in Atlanta for reasons that I'm not going to get into. We don't have time for that. So, yeah, Elite Academy was really, really powerful for me because I'm coming out of the other side of a lot of, like, internal turmoil. Life has really been lifing for me a lot lately. Been derailed over and over by different things. And I related really well to the keynote speakers. One, Jimmy Yeary, is a very successful country songwriter, and he shared with us the concept of positive feeling versus positive thinking. And that's like, how are you relating to people? One specific example he gave was, and sorry, I'm reading notes because I'm a little delirious right now, so I don't want to lose my train of thought. How are you relating to people? So if you tell someone, I really love my uncle, is that positive? Yeah, sure. But do you really feel that? As opposed to saying something like, I really love the man who taught me how to fish. How does that feel? You relate to that on an emotional level, a human level. And if you're trying to make genuine connections with people, you need to relate to them human to human. And be humble, because we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all have pain. We all have hardships. We all have a story, and share it from the heart, and don't try to present yourself as anything other than human, because nobody can relate to that. Sorry, my battery's going to die, of course. Nobody can relate to that. Inspire, don't intimidate. Another thing that resonated with me very powerfully was not allowing yourself to be mentally derailed by events, by people, by obstacles. Sometimes when life is lifing, as we say, quote unquote, yeah, we need to retreat and unplug for our own health and headspace, so that we can come from that place of being really genuine. But a lot of these things, I know for myself personally, are distractions that I have allowed to be easy excuses to not keep consistent action and consistent momentum going, which is, counterproductive to my own bottom line. And Anthony Robles, you guys mentioned, he was another speaker. He was profound. I actually had happened to hear him being interviewed on NPR a few weeks before. And when I realized that it was the same guy that was coming, I was like, oh my God, I could not wait to see him on stage. So he's a national champion wrestler. who's actually now been inducted into the Hall of Fame and the Guinness Book of World Records. And like you guys mentioned, his mantra, whatever, is unstoppable. Talk about obstacles. He was born with one leg. So do you think he had more than enough of an excuse to give up or to not even try in the first place? He started out with what everyone said was a major disadvantage. He heard a lot of people say, oh, good for you for trying. Oh, good for you for trying. And guess what? He didn't start out winning matches. And at some point, his mindset changed. And he wasn't going to try. He was going to do. And it all began to turn around, once he kind of shifted where his mindset and where he was coming from, he started to win, and he kept winning. And he started beating people that used to beat him. And then, and then the outside chatter, I'm almost done. Then the outside chatter changed. People started to say that having one leg was actually an advantage, if you can imagine, because his opponents didn't know how to deal with it. They didn't know how to adjust. So really, he just shut out all the negativity and the disbelief that people were projecting onto him. And he decided to fight, and he figured out how to beat them. And it's not like life is ever going to stop lifing. As far as I know, there's no like obstacle quota on how many things are going to be placed in front of us. And then, everything's easy after that. If you guys are aware of that, let me know. There will always be excuses why not, but you turn those into reasons too instead. You decide to fight like Anthony did, and you have people in your life that project their own negativity and their own fear onto you. I certainly do. And some of them are people that are actually really close to me, which makes it called and even more painful and even more powerful. You hold yourself back, you don't even realize you're doing it. And I've reached a point where I've decided that I refuse to accept that in my life, regardless of who it is. And I won't allow it to derail me and bring me down anymore. I don't have time for that. I'm choosing to fight, and I'm no longer trying, I'm doing. And man, shit is about to get real. Pardon my French, but that's, I can feel it. And we all, like Anthony, we've all fallen. We've all been knocked down over and over and over. It just keeps coming. It's like waves on the beach. And people can only pin you if you let them. You either tap out or you fight. And don't try life. Do life. Don't try LifeVantage. Do LifeVantage. And I promise you the magic will happen. This is a really, one of my favorite quotes. If 10 times you fall, 11 times you get back up.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen. Wow, Tricia.
I'm not sure how long my battery's gonna last.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you being on. It lasted just in length.
Good.
Thank you so much, and please have safe travels and make it home tonight.
I will. I was supposed to be home last night, so I'm running on about 24 hours extra.
Thank you so much.
There's a reason for that, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Embrace it. But thanks so much for asking me to be on this, guys. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to my gate so I make sure I don't
so you make it.
have to be here any longer.
So, Mark, if you want to unmute yourself, and we would love for you to hop on. Mark Owen is just an amazing rock star, also from the East Coast. And we just love him. He's got a heart of gold and just can't wait to hear what he's going to share with us. Mark, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. There you go. Yeah. Perfect.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. I don't know how I'm going to follow up Tricia there, because that was pretty amazing. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh gosh, I don't know if I have enough to say that's good enough for what she just said. But no, a couple of nuggets that I picked, and I actually have to pick off of what you said, Dundee. This past event was transformational for me personally. I know you guys know that I've had a lot of life happen in the past few years, and specifically the past year. But like Tricia was saying, you can't let it get down. You have to just pick up that 11th time and just keep going. One of the things that I picked up, and I think it was Rye Fry that said this, I'm not really 100% sure, but one of the things that he said was the salary does not give you passion. The passion will give you the high salary. And that just resonated with me, because there's a lot of people that do it, this business, for the money or for the passion, and there's never quite that conversion of what it really is. And that to me just really set the tone. You know, you have to have that passion. And I can tell you the specific time, but Saturday at lunchtime for me was that moment of the fire just started up again. You know, I had the fire when I first started. I was out the gate going and going and going, and I was doing pretty well and building. And then all of a sudden life just smacked me across my face, and I was like, oh, well, forget this. This can go on the back burner or whatever. And putting things on that back burner dwindled my own personal fire inside. And what happens is, as I was telling you guys, you get into that little cocoon. And I was in my, you know, Winnie the Pooh Eeyore phase. And I know I said that to you guys before, but, you know, you just start feeling sorry for yourself. And what's that going to do? It's going to put out your own internal fire. It's going to just extinguish it. So anyway, now after this event and hearing, you know, Anthony Robles and everybody talking, it was just amazing for me. And that fire is now like starting up again, and I can feel it. I can actually feel it again from day one, from when I first signed up as a distributor. You know, to the point where I had a few meetings today because I just couldn't wait to tell people. And going back to global, how dare I not tell people about what we have as far as products, but also as far as the business, because it's truly transformational. So that's what happened with me during this event. And I can tell you, I'm so excited to be part of this. You guys specifically have been very supportive, and I appreciate that. Some of the challenges I've also had that I also learned from this event that I need to stop doing and somehow figure out how not to do this was prejudging my own database. Mm-hmm. I can't go through and say, oh, look, there's Aunt Sally. Well, she's never going to sign up for this. You don't know what somebody's journey is. You don't know what they're going through at that moment. Today, I spoke to somebody who literally said to me with tears in her eyes, I have been looking for something and I need my voice heard. Oh. And I said, you know what? Today it was meant to be. So even though we're going through life, we have to understand that there's a point and there's a reason why we're going through that. And you will come out of that. You just have to find that fire. And that's where I am.
So, see it and we can feel it.
We're so excited for you, Mark. Seriously, for you and for Jeff and for your whole family and everybody that you have in your radar. They will truly be blessed by you. And I'm excited for you to open up and blossom. There's so much.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yes, absolutely. Thank
Mark.
you so much.
Thank you for accepting.
You want to bring Matt on?
Yes. So we're going to have Matt from Nebraska close it out, Matt. And I just want to say something quick about Matt. This is one guy who sacrifices everything to do everything.
Oh my goodness.
And has never made excuses. And that's one thing I love about this guy. And things are on the breakthrough turnaround for him, and good things are coming. So Matt, join us, buddy.
Guys, thanks a lot for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm a little humbled by it. You know, my big takeaway may come off as a little bit negative, but it really isn't. We struggled for me to get there. And by doing that, you take goofy flights. And the big takeaway is it's time to get serious and quit treating it like a hobby and treat it like a business, because I'm still, and I didn't go out and party a lot, but I'm still whooped through the crazy hours of travel and lack of sleep. But like both of them said, you know, how can you not be touched by Anthony's story? You know, to go through what he did, to be sitting there defeating national ranked opponents. The other thing that was a real big takeaway, and I'm not great with names, but it's follow-up. Oh my God, you know, what was it, 12 years ago, this gal was introduced to the industry and said no. And I believe she's either a Pro 7 or Pro 8 after a very short time in the business. So she finally had been following the leaders, got on board and did it. You know, the other thing was, you know, don't compare myself to your success or Tyler's success or whatever. And just obviously my path has been a long path to get there. But one thing is I'll never give up because I know where I'm going to be. And to hear one of our top leaders, Tyler, make the comment about what his father told him. Wow, that just that was very emotional to hear somebody whose own dad just basically going to go away, and to come back and be who he is today. And so there are no excuses. I'm very proud to say that we have in the last hour registered for Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's LifeVantage's 10-year anniversary and our 4-year anniversary.
Oh, that's awesome.
And just to keep things difficult, we will be leaving Phoenix on July 14th to get back here. We're not really sure where we're going to live at the time, and then be in Kansas, but it'll all work out.
It will.
It'll work out. It's what you do between now and then that will make sure that that's not only will it work out, it will work out in your favor and exactly what you want. And Adrian, thank you for supporting that, being the eye candy for the call tonight.
Pardon, what? What?
You look amazing.
Oh, why, thank you.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Seriously, what I need to share with you guys from my heart is you are rocks in this company. You are the example and complete epitome of sacrifice. Driving cross country to events and taking, days to do it and bringing people with you every time that you can. So I am so proud of you guys, of who you are, who you've become together, and where I see you going. So don't let down. Don't let anything get in your way, right? Because you'll still get punched in the face. But I know who you are. I see who you are. And I know that you will get there. Just keep being you. Keep being you. Because we do. We love you so much. So thank you guys so much.
Let me say one more thing.
Yes.
I told Marcy this after our last 3-way call, Matt, and I'm going to now tell you in front of everybody, is that we've done tons of 3-way calls together. But that last one, when I got off the call and I came out of our office and I told Marcy, I said, that was hands down the best 3-way call I've ever done with Matt. He was absolutely perfect in how he did it. He was confident. He did everything spectacular. So Matt, you have made serious, serious progress, and things are about to break loose. You were perfect. That was a clinic 3-way call from how you handled yourself with me introducing us, and it was absolutely perfect. So thank you. I wanted to give you credit where credit was due. You made that call happen, and you were the reason why it was successful. So thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yep. So to every single one of you that are watching this or that will watch it, this is your business. We're here to help you. But if you're going to be successful, it's up to you.
Yes.
If you fail, it'll be up to you. But we know and we believe in every single one of you, and we're here to help. So please let us know how we can do that. So we will be on here live on Wednesday night to go over the influencer program. We will also be on live tomorrow night for the live opportunity overview. So get inviting, guys. Use these tools. Don't be a tool. Use the tools. I love that. Don't be a tool, right? So we're here for you. We're here to help you. And Dondi is going to start doing some really awesome videos for you guys, educating on what our products are.
Okay, go ahead. It's okay.
What our products are, why you should be using them, and the best way to use them. So individual little videos on our different products. So that's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great tool, again, for you, for your own educational, but also sharing purposes. So guys, we appreciate you.
Yes, more than you know. And we can't thank you enough for all the sacrifice all of you make in committing to your LifeVantage businesses, committing to yourselves, committing to your teams, committing to your legacy, and more importantly, committing to changing this world, because that's what we're all doing together. Love you guys.
And thank you. And thank you thank you so much for all that you do. Guys, we love you all. Thank you, guys. All right, so we will see you on the next go around. Thanks for
Yes.
filling our hearts. Bye.
Good night, guys.